Good morning, my friends, and greetings from Aqaba in Jordan, the very south of the Jordan, the Red Sea place in Jordan. And today I'm thinking to take you along in one other adventure. Today I want to cross by ferry the Red Sea. You see, that small patch of water is Red Sea. Well, it's only the very northern tip of Gulf of Aqaba. It's not the whole sea, of course. But here it's very small. And there, these houses there, it's actually Israel. It's a city called Eilat. And for me, it's a problem now. Because there, I think somewhere there is the border. So that side is Israel and that side is Egypt. And that's where I want to get. But the problem is that Israel always makes problems for the surrounding countries, as far as I can hear from the surrounding countries. But probably if I would be talking to Israelis, they would tell the opposite. Or I should say, they would tell the exact same thing about the countries surrounding them. In any case, you know probably, Israel don't have the best relationships with their neighboring countries. And Egypt and Jordan is the two best examples. Think about what's the worst. Okay, let's not talk about that. But in my case, what is the situation? For me, it would be very simple. It's like 5 kilometers or less even to get to the border. I could walk across the border into Israel, and there would be something like 20 kilometers, very short distance, and I would be able to cross into Egypt. But the problem is, my friends, that now Israel is again closed its borders. Kind of because coronavirus. Okay, result is that I can't get in there. I can't cross over to Egypt where I want to get. And what will be the result? I have to take a ferry which is called Arab Bridge. That's why it is Arab Bridge, because for Arabs, Israelis make it very difficult to cross through Israel. So they need to take a ferry just to get across that small 12-kilometer portion of Israel. Like from Egypt would be a good connections, and here Jordan would be good connections as well to Saudi Arabia or to Iraq or Syria. Well, Syria now is a little bit difficult, but in any case there are these good connections there. And the problem is this 12-kilometer strip of Israel, the south tip of Israel, the Eilat. And yeah, now I can step into Arab shoes that I have the same problem. I have to cross to Egypt and I have to somehow get around Israel. Now, what can I do? I can fly, but to Egypt it won't be a good price. I was checking already. So will be kind of the same price as ferry, but I decided it's not worth it, because it's changing planes in a couple different European airports, and it will be cold there probably. It's mid-December. So what's the point? I'll get the experience and I'll be taking the ship. And there are two ships from Aqaba to Nuweiba, which is a big ship. Or another possibility is I can take a small ferry, the speed ferry, fast ferry, to Taba. And Taba is somewhere behind that tree. Literally there, and it's a half an hour crossing. And that will cost 100 euros. So it probably will be the most expensive thing I will do this month. But as here was quite nice prices, and Egypt will be even better, I counted that it will be worth it, and it will be within my budget easily anyway. So I decided to bite the bullet and to pay €100, no, $100 for ferry just to get across that small strip of water in half an hour's time. Yep, that's the life, how it happens here. And yeah, guys, we'll see how it goes. I'm out in the highway already in Aqaba, and my plan is to hitchhike from here. Let's see how it goes. It's kind of red, yellow line, but I hope it's okay, we'll see. And if I am successful, I'll get to Talabay, where the ferries depart from.
Rabba?
Rabba?
Rabba, we are from.
نعم.
السلام عليكم. لا جاهز مع عبد الله الحراشي، قال لي تعال خذه. يلا.
في عربي جبل، بحر جبل بحر. نعم شكرا. بحر. So my friends, I just got out of the car, and it didn't take long at all. That's where we came from, and my map shows that I should enter here, but it feels like I'm entering in some private space or something. But my map shows that this is the big road. Let's try and see how it works and what happens. The direction is definitely correct, and you see how they have made it all very cool with watered plants and everything. Yeah, it was very quick. I knew that it is about a 15-minute drive from Aqaba to Talabay, and Talabay is the place where the harbor is located. Basically it's a hotel area, the beachside hotel zone, but what I need is that harbor which is there, because that's where the speedboat, the fast ferry, leaves from towards Taba. And yeah, I knew it is only 15-minute drive, but I didn't want to risk being late for ferry, and there is no public transport here as far as I hear from locals, only taxis, which of course I didn't want to take as far as it's at all practicable. So what I did was that I knew I have to be at port at 10 o'clock, 10 in the morning, because the ferry is leaving at 10 in the morning, so I have to be at port at 9 in the morning. That's what they told me. Then I thought I'll leave my hostel quite early just to be safe, because I don't know how long it will take for me to hitchhike here. And yeah, I left 7:30, so I left 1.5 hours for this trip. But this trip took me only 17 minutes, and I was literally telling you guys about my plans on the camera there in Aqaba when standing, and you saw how long did I talk. It wasn't long, and I wasn't hitchhiking while I was talking. I kind of wanted to finish my sentence, and only then I started to hitchhike. Cars were coming immediately, and the third car stopped, so it wasn't even a minute. I got picked up there. Crazy guys, how is possible? Am I just incredibly lucky or what? I'm amazed how quickly and easy is hitchhiking here. But yeah, this far it's a good experience, and I won't have any other experience in Jordan, so that's it. I can't tell you more, but this far it looks very easy to hitchhike around Jordan. Okay friends, this is the marina. You see all the cool expensive boats. It's strange that they don't have any sailboats here, only the motor. Okay, and one of these guys should be my ship. And this is the GPS coordinates which I got from the company AB Marine, was it called? Arab Bridge is AB, and Marine or something was added to it. But I wonder if I see the ship, it should be Babel, how do you pronounce it in English? I don't see the name of this ship written anywhere here. Ah, it's written Taba, so that must be it. So yeah friends, I have more than 1 hour to spend till 9 o'clock, which is the time when I should be here. Then I will have 1 more hour to spend to get on the ferry. Let's walk around and see what's here. And then the guys who sold me the ticket in the tour agency in Aqaba, they told me that the ferry leaves in Arab time, which means it's written 10 o'clock, but it can be 11, 11:30, if things doesn't go smooth, even later, in afternoon. You have to be ready for these things. That's what I got told, and that's what I read in a couple places in online as well, that it can be all kinds of things. Don't count on times too much. So I don't plan too much ahead, because you don't know by what time will you get there. Is that a Christmas tree? Crazy. Really? That's a Christmas tree with all the star on the top. That's crazy. I wouldn't expect that here. Like, I know it's mid-December, yes, and the Christmas time is soon, but the Christmas time is only for Europeans, Americans and those kind of people, not here. What is Christmas for Muslims? Nothing. Or is it something? Well, I know that they regard Jesus, or as they call Isa, as an important prophet. Not as a son of God, of course, but as an important prophet, yes. So birth time of an important prophet maybe is something special? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Do they believe that it is this time which Christians celebrate, or it could be some other time when Jesus was born? Okay, I don't know. It's only my guesses and speculations. I'm just wondering, there was this man who is walking over there, because I will have to find some person. I got the person's name. Actually, the whole thing about, I know he's from that boat. I think he might have wanted to sell me stuff, some tour or something. That's okay. Probably nothing to do with me. In any case, I can tell you guys about the tricky and sketchy situation I have with my ticket. So this is my ticket, which they sold me in a tour agency in Aqaba. And it feels a little bit strange, because you see there are not many details in it. Let's stop, you can see it better then. It's the tour agency name. Then there is a date on the top, and the date is not today's date, it's not the sailing date. It's 2 days ago when I bought the ticket. Then just invoice number, and then invoice details, Aqaba Taba, number of passengers 1, price 70 dinar. And there is something in Arabic which I don't know what it is. And then they told me I need to meet this guy somewhere, and he will issue me some other proper ticket, whatever, and that should be somewhere there in that port. So it feels a bit strange. It feels like, will I really get the ticket, or did they sell me just a piece of paper and wrote me that they just took money from me and they're now happy and they don't care about how I sail away from this place. And also it was tricky to find out which is the place where and yeah, there's no time when the ship leaves and no date when it leaves. But good thing there is Aqaba Taba, so at least it says what is it about. It is a little bit better than what would be if it would be just written received with thanks. So at least it's Aqaba Taba. Hopefully somebody recognizes it here and issue me a real ticket. And yeah, it was tricky to find out where is the place, because in online there was a conflicting information. Some places said it's a passenger ferry terminal, which is halfway towards Aqaba north of here. Good distance there, the ferry terminal. But the other sources say that the ferry terminal is only for the big Nuweiba ship. For the small Taba ship is here. And then I wrote to the agent, not the agency, but the shipping company itself, and they did reply me. I must give them credit, they're very nice. They replied to some random dude who wrote them email asking for things, and I got a confirmation of 2 things from them. First was they sent me GPS coordinates for exactly that place, so I'm quite sure that I'm in the right place. Otherwise it would be very stressful because there are 3 places, 3 ports near Aqaba. This one, the ferry terminal halfway to Aqaba, and on that side of Aqaba near Yacht Club there is some kind of terminal as well. So it would be very stressful to know that there is no transport except taxis for moving quick between the places, and then to come to a wrong place and to find out that you are in the wrong place. No, it wouldn't be nice. Ah, by the way, you see that, guys? I'm almost sure that that fence is border with Saudi Arabia, because we are at the very border and I see this kind of view, so I'm pretty sure. So that piece of land is Saudi Arabia. Any case, that's the one thing, to find the right place, and I'm pretty sure it is the right place. And then I got a confirmation from this marine company, the owners of the ship, that I will be able to buy Egyptian visa in Taba terminal. And by the way, from here you should be able to see. So there, well, I don't mean this headland, that's still Jordan, but on the opposite side, the far side of the Red Sea, that's the piece of Israel, which causes all these problems that I have to sail around it instead of just hitchhiking 12 kilometers. And I'm pretty sure that these houses are Taba in Egypt. Yeah, it's difficult to see. And there are literally hotels, nothing else there in Taba. and somewhere left of there, south from these houses, so somewhere there must be the port where I'm going to, and it's half-hour sail, and you pay $100 for that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the question was if I will be, because that's a very small place. It's not a big port. It's a small tourist port. I guess it might be something similar like this. Even smaller in terms that there are no houses around there even. So I was thinking, could they sell me Egyptian visa? Latvian Ministry of Foreign Affairs website says that I can buy Egyptian visa on arrival, so I don't have to apply ahead of time. That's nice, hopefully it's true. And then the question only is, will it be possible to buy that visa there instead of some big airports or big ports? But they replied, this shipping company replied that it should be possible, yeah. So hopefully that is all good. But yeah, I have to be ready for all kinds of interesting things happening, because I read online pretty much every account on these crossings says the same thing, that it's difficult, it's complicated. The officials are very, how do you say it, they're not orientated on giving a good service. They're busy with their papers and they don't care about you. And if you don't know something, it's your problem. Hopefully they all speak English, and hopefully I can find out what are the things I have to do. And there are a few things. Like, for example, one thing which would never occur to me otherwise, unless I have read about it, is exit tax. I think it was called exit tax. I have to pay 10 dinars, Jordanian dinars, for exiting the country. So it's not just visa, which you pay for entering the country, you pay 10 dinars for getting out of the country, which is something weird, strange. I have been in how many? 58? I think 58 countries this far, and this is the first time I hear something like this. Okay, they take money off you for visa. That's kind of universal, but for exiting the country, it's the first time I hear. And plus, even worse, you can pay that 10 dinars only in cash, and there is no ATM machine anywhere near. So, is this funny or what? Imagine the situation. Normally, who leaves the country with their cash? You try to get rid of their cash, because it will be difficult to get rid of it in different countries, often impossible. So literally you spend the money you have, or you go to the exchange office and change it into other money, but you don't leave your Jordanian dinars in your pocket when you're leaving Jordania. Isn't it true? And now you're getting to port to sail away from Jordania. You have spent all your dinars, and then let's say 10 minutes before arrival, you find out that you need a special stamp in your passport, without which you're not allowed to board the ferry. And where do you get such a stamp? You need to go in some separate booth or window or whatever to get that stamp. And then you go to that booth and the official says, yes, 10 dinars please, cash only. No dollars, no euros, no credit cards, 10 dinars. I have spent all my dinars, I'm leaving the country. That's your problem. And is there an ATM machine? Like, it's already a problem because ATM machine will take something like 4 or 6 or 7 euros commission for taking out the money. So it's already stupid thing to pay 5 dinars commission to get out your needed 10 dinars. But then you find out that there is no ATM machines near. At least that's what internet says, that there are no ATM machines there. Well, I guess that this is such a touristy place, there must be ATM machines in the town. But not in the harbor. And if your ferry is leaving in 10 minutes, good luck finding your ATM machine now. So yeah, you can run into these kind of problems. And also there are some other formalities which you have to do. You have to fill some special forms about leaving the country, about entering Egypt. You have to see different officials in different windows and get permission of each of them, and all kind of hassle and official troubles. And yeah, you need to have time for that, otherwise you'll get terribly stressed. And especially if they don't speak English so well, and especially if they're completely not interested in helping you because they're not paid for giving a good service. Like, no country officials are paid for giving good service. It's not a private company who have to be competitive. You need them, not they need you. So yeah, all kind of these things I was reading because I wanted to make sure that I know everything about these things before I go, because I knew that there might be problems. And therefore, what I did was I just read all these things, and yeah, today we'll put it to test and we'll see how true it is. How difficult or easy will be this crossing. Will it really be as difficult as everybody is telling me online? We'll see, we'll find out. I wonder, is this again some border to no man's land? Do they have no man's land between the two countries, the Jordan and Saudi Arabia? Let's see and find out, because it looks like there is a proper fence just here. But the Red Sea is beautiful. I like it. And it's warm. And it's even more beautiful underwater. I read that the places around the place where I'm going, I'm trying to get to Dahab today. So I'll be getting to Taba, and then I'll be hitchhiking or taking a bus. We'll see how it goes, somewhere there in Dahab, because that's where the cheap hostels are. So basically, I read that around that place are the world's best diving places in this Red Sea. Now, what do you think, friends? It looks to me that it might be a no man's land. I'm not sure though. Like, you definitely can see that there is this fence here, although no signs which would say that it's prohibited to go there. But that one looks like some guard house or something. I don't know. And that sign probably is saying something about the border crossing, which has these lights there. And that fence, I'm pretty sure that this is border, and these palm trees which you can see is already in Saudi Arabia. So friends, I have shown you a small piece of Saudi Arabia as well today. That's a bonus for you guys. Do you know what I'm thinking, my friends? To sit down and have my breakfast here. What do you think, friends? Will this be a good enough spot for a breakfast? Yeah, and by the way, a small update for those who are interested in my bottle setup. I won't be going to desert for this extended period of time anymore, so I disposed 2 of my bottles and I left only 2, the big 2-liter bottles. This is the thing which I always have, my drinking water bottle. I always have it attached to my sausage bag. But these things I attached now, and it is quite handy. Like, if you have only 2 bottles and try to keep it on your shoulder, it's a little bit difficult, it slides off. 4 bottles worked perfectly, but 2 is a little bit tricky, it slides off, and I don't need 4 here. And I always prefer to have only one piece which I have to think about. Like one bag, and if there's anything, it's attached to that bag. So basically, if I have that bag with me, I'm good. I haven't forgotten anything. I don't like to have 5 or 6 things to be keeping in my hands. And when I'm getting in and out of buses and filming at the same time, it's a problem. I can lose things, I can forget things, I can... it's just hassle to think about them all and to have hands for each of them. So this thing is over my shoulder and my chest, and the bottles are attached to it, and it's comfortable, it's good. It works really, really well. I can recommend you as well if you want to do something similar. Yep, let's get back to our breakfast. Yeah, it was a nice place to have a breakfast in. Feels nice. But it is already 8:35, so I think I might go already to that port. It will take me maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes or a bit less to walk there. And it's always, in these kind of situations, always better to be a little bit early than a bit too late. So let's go. And this is how it works. Nicely. Sorry, my friends, I have to disillusion you about one thing. Sorry about misleading you. That thing is not Saudi Arabia. I just looked on my map. It probably just is some expensive hotel or some kind of protected place for some rich people or whatever, I don't know. But it's not Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a bit further. Yes, it is the same direction, but slight bit further. What do you think about this place, guys? Do you like it? And that must be the famous yellow submarine. Since Beatles wrote that song, every submarine for tourists are painted yellow. But yeah, that's I'm pretty sure is the same boat. It's not submarine technically, but it has a big part of the hull underwater, and it's from glass, so you can see all around. And basically it's the tourists are coming here to take that trip, so you can go down below and you can watch the fish and all the other life which goes on in corals, in these reefs, coral reefs. So it could be very, very beautiful and interesting, and you don't need to be a diver to be able to see it all. Marhaba, do you know Ferry to Taba? Is it here?
This is it.
Here. Abu Muhammad, do you know?
Not coming now. Need 10 minutes.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Shukran, shukran.
Welcome. Where from?
Latvia,
Yeah, welcome.
Europe. Shukran, shukran. So, there are some good news. This guy knew the name of the person which I was told to be looking for by that agency who sold me the ticket. So hopefully we'll be all good, we'll see. He said 10 minutes, but yeah, of course, 10 minutes Arab time could mean whatever. Look at this, my friends. I came here and what I see under the boat, it's packed with fish. Amazing. And before I was seeing how these fish were jumping out of the water, like in big swarms, this is called, yeah? Jumping out of water, and some bigger fish, which I saw as well, was trying to hunt them. Probably ate a good few of them. Funny, no name on the bow of the boat. Interesting. And actually I see the other boats don't have names on their bows as well. Strange. Why? I thought it's universally applicable to every country in the world in shipping that you have the name of the boat in the bow on both sides and the registration of port on the stern. Here it looks like the names are on the stern, but even on the stern I don't see the name Babil. But in any case, it should be all good, because I got one more confirmation from that guy which I was talking to. You see how they're jumping out of the water. So yeah, I got another confirmation that the boat which goes to Taba is from here, so should be all good. Enough confirmations to be peaceful and just wait and enjoy some fish. It looks like people are start to move towards there, so I'll see, maybe it's possible already. Do you know where should I look for Abu Muhammad? Is he already?
He will come here now.
Shukran.
Like this.
He's there?
Yeah. This is Muhammad.
On the grey, okay, shukran, shukran. This must be this man. Abu Muhammad? Yes, marhaba. I have the ticket from this company. Season travel, yes, yes. Yes, that's my name.
أي شركة هي
Shukran.
دينار بارس تاكس
It's for you, yeah?
أي شركة أعطيني اسم
10 dinar.
أعطيني اسم
Shukran. Inside, yes? Shukran, shukran. Good, good, thank you, shukran.
From where?
Latvia.
You can do the vaccine?
Sorry?
The vaccine.
Vaccine, yes, I have. Yes?
Factor tax. Okay.
Yes.
هم يحبون في ضريبة تدفعوها 10.
Yeah, perhaps this will be the same boat. That's how it looks. This far, so good. So far, so good. That man gave me a ticket, and also he gave me this thing for 10 JD, Jordanian dinar, which is the exit tax. So I have the stamp and the exit tax paid as well. So I should be able to board, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. One other man asked me about vaccination, if I had it. So, yeah. This far, everything seems to be good. It looks like people are getting in.
سيزون رن على المندوب قول له وينه بدي هذا روح بدك
مرحبا.
وين المندوب تاكسي؟
Yes, yes.
بدك تدفع 28 لفحص كورونا.
شكرا. Yeah, thank you. مرحبا. شكرا. They even have a tax-free shop in such a small place. شكرا. This is quite funny. Shukran. I was asking which direction do I go because kind of it's open there, but I think it will be this boat, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, marhaba.
Just take it, please.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Artist.
Artist, yes.
Welcome, sir.
Shukran, shukran. Just exit. That's where I just came in. Marhaba.
Taba?
Taba.
Yes, come here.
Shukran.
What's your hair?
Okay, no problem.
What?
What is this?
Passport. Yeah.
Passport. Uh-huh. There is some form which I will have to fill probably.
وين ما بدك معكم كلام فوق؟ هاي قلم؟ اقعد هون بدك وياه في كراسي فوق اكتبها كمل خلاص اطلع فوق اكتب
Shukran. What is that? I need to fill it, yeah?
Yeah.
And this other as well, yes?
Yes, passport.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Corona.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Shukran. Yeah, this is how the boat looks from inside. And I have one form for Corona and one for passport. I don't know what it means, but in any case I have two forms which I have to fill out. So, let's see. This might be a good spot because the sun is now here, but it will be there when we will be sailing. So it won't glitter too much to you if I sit on the place where there's less sun. What do you think, friends? Is that a good idea? I try to think about you as well. Okay, I'll go to my forms. So these are the forms you can see. For coronavirus is a separate form. And this is, he said, passport. I'm not sure what is it, but some immigration card or something. Yep. Let's fill them out. So, I have filled out the forms. That's out of the way. Just in case later we don't have time for that. Hello. Let's explore our boat, our ship. Oh, this is nice actually.
لا عشان نحن جايين نعمل فحص الكورونا يعني اللي دفعناه مصاريف دفعونا اياه.
Yeah, you can see everything from above. We have Jordanian flag on the mast, but no flag on the stern. Strange. They seem to be ignoring all the maritime traditions. But that's okay. Why should I care? Yeah, this will be our place for half an hour sail across the Red Sea, Bay of Aqaba. That's the toilet for men. And this looks like entrance to the engine room, but I won't try to get in there. That was the tour of our ship. If that kind of ship would be going overnight, I could use these poles to stretch my hammock. But no need now. Bad news, my friends. My phone ran out of memory again, and everything that I filmed how we're leaving the port, that's not there. So friends, in any case, I am up here and we're slowly rolling in the swell of Red Sea. I'm now filming on my emergency phone. That one has still some memory, some storage left, so hopefully it will be good. So yeah, that there, these houses there, that is Eilat in Israel, that's Jordan, that's where we left. And ahead of us, those mountains are Egypt, are in Egypt. And there we can see a ship, the Coast Guard ship. And there, further there is the border with Saudi Arabia. So these towers there on the horizon, I think they must be on the border or already in Saudi Arabia. There is some port still there, which is still Jordan. And further there is Saudi Arabia. Yeah, friends, but what I was about to say, well, not about, what I was already saying and explaining you on my other phone, which turned out to be out of memory, was that it was perfectly easy and simple. All the port procedures, everything, everybody was absolutely easy to cooperate with, no issues at all. I would say they were quite friendly even. So I don't know, was I just very lucky? Or they have changed since those times when the people were traveling. I mean those people who were complaining about extreme difficulties in using this crossing and doing all the documents. In any case, for me it wasn't difficult at all. You saw it. It was simple and easy. So this far I can recommend, friends, to take this crossing if you need to bypass Israel and get from Jordan to Egypt or vice versa. Why not? It's not a cheap thing, but it's a nice experience, and it is about the same price as it would be if I would fly with airplanes. So I choose this as a better and more interesting option. I have seen too many airplanes in my life already, so I rather enjoy some ferry crossing on the Red Sea. Crazy amounts of power, and that's a catamaran. Monohull would need even more amounts of power to do the same speed. And they have air conditioning here. Although the weather is nice. I think it's something like 25 degrees or something. So it's not difficult in terms of heat at all. Very nice. I like it. This Australian built ship is built in Australia. It's very loud, but nice, definitely nice. And that's the VIP room, and that's the captain and officer house. Yeah, this thing feels more like a private boat than a ferry, and it is quite high for the width. I wonder what they do if there is any more substantial swell or rougher seas, but I understand that it's not too often when they have rough seas here, and probably they just cancel the sail because it's only half an hour and you can easily predict what will happen next half an hour weather-wise. So probably that's not an issue for them, which is why they can run these kind of narrow and high catamarans on open sea. Nice, I like it. It's long time since I was last on the sea, and even longer time since I was doing on my own sailing boat. And it's warm here. When I'm used to be sailing in cold conditions, like in Ireland, when you sail, even if it's July, when it's the best, you're still very cold in the sea. You still need to pack yourself in many layers of clothing, and everything is wet and nothing dries. Not too pleasant. Here would be amazingly pleasant to sail around because of the weather. It's so nice. I'm not used to have such a nice weather on sea. So that's a good change. And this is how it looks from inside, from the seat which I took earlier on. You see, even there is almost no swell and almost no waves, but still this place is already wet with water. Well, from outside, I mean. It looks like we are approaching Egyptian shores. Can you hear me? It is so noisy here. Let's see if we can see it from above. is a bit more quieter. So far there is Jordan, and that's already Egypt. And it turns out that this ship is going to a harbor which is called Taba Heights harbor. I was thinking that it will go there to Taba itself, but for me it's even better. Will it be even less distance for hitchhiking, because I'm going there anyway. Amazing. It's such a good feeling to be at sea in so good weather, where it's warm and pleasant. That's amazing. Egyptian shores. Well, you see, there's nothing there except some hotels and beaches and nothing else. And mountains, desert of Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula, how do you say it in English? Yeah, that's the harbor of Taba Heights. That's where we'll be entering, my friends. Welcome to Egypt, my friends. My first time in this country. I've never been to Egypt before. Wow, how clear the water is. Amazing. Amazing. And here's another submarine boat. Kind of submarine. The thing which has the glass underwater part of the hull, where you can go down below and look what's underwater, the coral reefs and everything. Cool, my friends, we are arriving, and this is a small place, Taba Heights Marina. I hope they sell Egyptian visa here, otherwise I'm in trouble. But they confirmed that they do, so hopefully we'll be okay. So, we're casting the line and we're mooring. I'm quite amazed how quickly they move into harbor. I'm not used to this. They're literally jerking around this ship. Oh, and that's a Latin sail boat. I've never seen. I don't think I have seen any Latin sail in my life, in real life, not in pictures or videos at all, let alone this big. Even 2 masts, catch-rigged Latin sail boat. Interesting. Everything is with salt. like it is on the sea. Amazing! We have arrived. Now then, it's time to go down, I think, and get my passport and all the other papers and the forms which I filled, and see who will want them. What do you think, my friends? How difficult will it be to enter this country? Will it be difficult or will it be easy? Will it be a lot of different papers and interrogations and problems and things to be solved? Or will it be simple and straightforward? Let's find out, guys. It looks like we are not allowed to go out yet. The guys in the customs and the passport control, they're not yet ready because we arrived so soon. Not Arab time. Yeah, I forgot to say that we left exactly on time, exactly 10 o'clock. It wasn't Arab time, it wasn't in afternoon or whatever. So maybe these guys are not ready to receive us yet. I don't know. We'll see. Vaccination, yeah? Thank you. شكرا. شكرا.
تعالى لشيء.
ختمت له؟
ختمت له خلاص. شوف بس اللي
باسبورت.
ده باسبور.
باسبورت. شكرا. شكرا جزيلا. So one guy took my COVID form, stamped my other form. So that is the ship we arrived with. صباح الخير. شكرا. Telephone there? Yeah. So far so good. That was security. They checked really well. Searched everything. Here might be the visa point. Let's see. Hello, is it possible to get Egypt visa here?
Egypt visa, yes. Where is your card?
This one?
Yes, this now. You will go to Cairo, yes? You will go to Cairo.
Cairo, yes. Naam.
You will be in dollar?
Do you
Dollar
take
or euro?
card?
You
Is
will
it?
pay to the visa.
Yes. Is it possible to pay by card?
No.
Visa card?
Just cash.
Cash only. Euro possible?
Euro?
Euro.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
25.
euro. I have euro.
Okay.
25?
25.
Okay. Aha, shukran. Okay,
Is the signature here?
shukran.
Okay, welcome.
That's it, yeah?
Yes.
Shukran, shukran. صباح الخير.
محمد اسلام.
محمد اسلام وان تاكس اكسكلوسيف مش ده راجع صنبولي
You will go to Cairo and you will back here. You will back from here again. Or you will back from Cairo.
From Cairo.
مع انه في الجواز مش
شكرا.
Latvia?
Latvia, yeah. Do I need that card or it stays here?
No,
Okay. Perfect. Shukran, shukran.
يا محتسب انت الجنسيه الاصليه بتاعتك فلسطيني ولا اردني؟ مغربي.
شكرا.
طب الاسم المغربي بتاعك كام؟ معتصم عند معبده.
So, my friends, it looks like it is welcome to Egypt. I'm in. I'm officially in. And it wasn't that difficult actually. It wasn't completely straightforward either, for two reasons. One reason, security check was quite drastic. They were checking quite seriously and almost stripped us, but well, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, it wasn't just the scanner for the things and metal detector. They were really checking us, every corner of our clothes. But yeah, that's done. And probably the worst thing in this experience was buying the visa, because they didn't accept the card. And you saw how it was. It was just one guy standing and gluing in stamps like papers in the passports which says visa fee. It wasn't. I can actually show you. This is what the guy was gluing in the passports. And that's it. There was nothing else. But the problem was with that they asked $25 and they don't accept cards, and I don't have dollars, I have euros just in case. So I asked, can he take euros? And there were no ATM machine either. He said yes, he can take euros, but it will be then 25 euros. $25 is not exactly 25 euros, so he took more. Okay, a little bit more expensive visa. But then, hello. I was thinking that man in uniform will be asking something, but no, it was just hello. So, yeah, he took 25 euros. Then I'm giving him 50 euro note. He said it's a problem. I was asking if he can give me a change in Egyptian pounds. So that's good in a way that I will need Egyptian pounds here anyway. And he gave me Egyptian pounds. But according to the exchange rate which Google says, he gave me a change of 22 point something euros only. That's their exchange rate here. No, shukran, thank you. Taxi wanted to sell me a ride. Yeah, I have GPS, it's okay. Yeah, shukran. So, it was a bit of a loss in terms of money. My visa cost me definitely more than $25. But everything else was good. Everybody else was nice. And also, yeah, there is a little bit of confusion here. Just in case you guys come here, it's good to know. They have a special rules to make easier for tourists who come in just in the Red Sea Governorate, it's called, the Red Sea area. Then you don't need, I think you don't need visa at all. If it's under 2 weeks time, less than 2 weeks, and if you stay at the Red Sea only, if you don't go inland to Cairo or somewhere else. So you can go without visa for 2 weeks. So it's easier, because they need to pump the tourists into this area, otherwise they will die out. So, and then that's why they're asking, where are you going? To Cairo or just staying here? If you're just staying here, it's easier. But the problem is that they don't explain these things. And if you don't know what's the story, let's say I might say I'm going to Dahab, which I am. But the problem with that would be that after, from Dahab, when I go to Cairo, nobody will tell me it's a problem. And if I'm caught in Cairo, I get in trouble, because I don't have visa. So I have to know that I have to tell these guys in immigration that no, I'm going to Cairo later. and then I buy a visa from them. So that's another trick which is important to know, otherwise it can be a problem. But other than that, the crossing, the immigration control and everything was easy and simple, other than these things which I told. Okay, my friends,